What's happening, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode of Mama and Papa Joe. Today we've got an interesting cook for you. I've got a beautiful one-bone prime rib roast. We're going to treat it like a steak and reverse sear it. We're going to slow smoke it on the Timberline 850. Then we're going to come back to the flat rock to see what kind of sear we can get on a steak. This should be fun. Let's head inside and get that steak seasoned. All right, so while our grill is heating up, man, let's take a look at this beautiful prime roast. That is almost 2.5 inches thick, man. I salted this yesterday, put it on this rack, what is called a dry brine. A little over almost 16 hours right now. Steak is pretty dry. This is the way it came from HEB. Already butcher twine. The bone has been cut just a little bit. I did not do any trimming of any sort. I will not. Great marbling. This thing weighs just about 2¼ pounds. We're going to keep our seasoning simple as usual. And for a change, I am not going to use a olive oil binder like I normally do. I'm going to see how it affects the steak. I know rubs are going to really have a problem trying to stick. We're using Uncle Chris today. Just Uncle Chris. Gourmet steak seasoning. So let's start on these sides. We're patting in as we go. We're making a mess as we go. But it's all good. Really trying to get that to stick. And as usual, folks, large piece of meat, man. Don't skimp with the seasonings. This rub adhered much more effectively than I thought it would. So we're going to give this a couple of 10-15 minutes or so just to sweat in before we hit the Traeger. All right, sports fans, the 850 is preheated to 200. I've got it on super smoke, and I am running the signature blend of pellets. Love the color, love the smell, and I love the delicate smoke flavor that it adds. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I'll be back down here and give it take 45 minutes to give it a once over. All right, folks, we are at an hour. We're going to flip this thing, but first let's see where we are. Uh, 90, 95. So we still got a little bit. We might be on track for that hour and a half, maybe hour and 45 minutes. Well, you know, you can always crank up the heat, get this moving, but I'm not in any rush. So we'll back out here in another half hour or so. We're trying to get this to 115, 115. All right, sports fans, 2 hours and 10 minutes, man, and I think we are where we need to be. All right, 116. 14, just moving it around. 15, 14. We're going to call that good. So we're going to pull this and we're going to let it rest. I've got my rack cleaned up. That way we can get some airflow underneath and on top. Let it rest maybe a good half an hour. Then we'll get the flat rock cranked up and see about getting the sear. All right, folks. Our flat rock, man, is preheated. It's nicely seasoned. What I've got here is some herb beef tallow that I made myself. I've got these 2 burners going. This one is off. So we're nice and hot. Gonna come in here and try to get a good sear. I don't want to squeeze any juices out. I'm still gonna be working that quick flip because I really like that, just like I would on my Weber. 30 seconds. And as I flip, I am not going to place the steak back in the same place because that is cooled down. So I'm going to go back to my right and I'm going to work backwards. Let's see what we're looking like. Oh man, that did not take any time whatsoever. Loving that look. Oh yeah. Man, that's beautiful. Let's try to hit these sides. All right, we're looking at 125, 124. All right, we'll give it another minute or two. All right, we're looking 128, 129, 130. All right, folks, we're gonna pull. We're gonna call it good. We're gonna get us a nice long rest, and I will see you inside. All right, she's rested for about a half an hour, man. Let's see what we're looking like. We cut right down here along this bone. All righty. Beautiful. Spinalis. Oh, nice, nice. So tender. Well cooked. I might have went over just a little bit, man. Wow. A little deeper, the gray band than I wanted. But man, nice. I'll take it. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Question answered. The flat rock will sear the heck out of a steak. I was very impressed with the job it did. I want to thank you guys and gals, as usual, for hanging out with Mama and Papa Joe's, man. We absolutely appreciate it. And if you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, man, you are here again. Why not? Go ahead and help us out. We absolutely appreciate it. Be on the lookout for another video coming soon. In the meantime, we want you guys to take care of yourselves. Look out for each other, and Mom and I will see you when we see you. Holla.